human behavior, being good person in any time.
So polite behavior dash dash the human quality of being good. The human quality of being good, of being nice.
Mm-hmm.
Can you add that, Santa? Polite behavior dash dash the human quality of being nice. Santa, what were you going to add? Nobility from Marwan. Nobility. Yeah. Santa? No punching below the belt. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I'll explain these. Does anybody else want to add something? Lita, Hussam, Valerie? Chivalry. What is chivalry? That's okay. You don't have to. If you ask me, I will use another keyword from the book, and that is honor. Honor. My definition of chivalry, according to this book, would be honor. So loyalty. Let's go back to loyalty. Aruna, what is loyalty? When you say loyalty, when you think of chivalry and when you say loyalty, what do you imagine? Aruna, your mic is off. Okay.
Actually, loyal means, what to say?
It's tough to explain.
Yeah, I'm just thinking the words, loyalty, what to say in, I'm not sure. I'll come back and thinking.
That's okay. You do that. You think about it. Yes. That's fair. Polite behavior, the human quality of being nice. But Eva, I'm talking to Eva now. But Eva, this is war. You can't be polite in war, can you?
Yes and no.
Oh, good answer.
Now, we could see, we could have seen that it was possible. In general, war is unhuman or inhuman situation. Yes, it's against the basis of humanity. Yes, and it's not the war, but it may be just in some battles.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that because as a whole, war is against people, against humanity, against mankind. Yes, but the war is a lot of. It consists of a lot of battles, and in some battles, people may show their nicer face in the war.
Good, good, good. Good. I typed it out. Santa, I'm gonna give you this. Can you paste it into a section there? And when Santa pastes it in, I want Eva to read that section again. All right. Can you read this section again, please, Eva?
Okay. It is possible in war, of course. War is inhuman. It's destructive. As a whole, war is against mankind. But war is made up of battles. In those battles, people can affect the outcome.
Is that right?
Okay. But outcome, that means it's different.
Yeah, I mean, obviously war is destructive, but people can affect the outcome.
Okay.
I think I'm making it. People can actually make it. People can show politeness. I like it. I like it. Santa, bring me down. Don't bring me down. Nobility. Marwa, what do you mean by nobility?
To be kind. That if you are in a war or something like that, you want to
To show
take your,
kindness?
if someone attack you, then you don't attack the children or the woman or the innocent people who do nothing. There is some morals that you must follow in the war. Don't attack the trees, you know.
Okay, so first of all, that's not nobility, it's noble, being noble. And there's a difference there. I'm going to copy this into the paste room. Santa, keep us down there. Yeah, we'll do that later, please, Santa. Let's go back here. So Marwa gave us nobility. Cut and paste what I wrote there, please, Santa. Being kind, not attacking the innocents, following morals. Yeah, let's go there. Okay. And I want to add to this, good. That's a very good definition, except it's not nobility, it's being noble. Santa, can you add that? Right. Nobility refers to kings and queens and those high-class government people. And being noble means being kind. Not necessarily kind, but being proper. So that's a good definition. Yeah, good. Very good. But again, this wasn't, chivalry is between warriors, and that's the text here. Chivalry between, no, get rid of is, Santa, I'm sorry. Chivalry between warriors, not about women and children. Any true warrior fighting for a cause should never kill women and children. Those are not warriors. Those are I'm looking for a safe word to use. Murderers. Yes, they're not warriors. They're murderers. Thank you. So that's a kind of a code. Let's go back to Santa. Santa's definition was not punching below the belt. No low blows. So Santa, what do you mean by that?
You have to fight, but keep it at a reasonable level.
Write it down. You have to fight, but keep it at a reasonable level. What do you mean?
Don't do nasty things. Be aggressive, but don't be nasty.
I like it. Yeah. Be aggressive, be a warrior, but don't be nasty. I like it. We just studied the word nasty in E cubed, I think. Very good. Very good. All of these are great definitions. I like it. I added the definition of honor. When I hear chivalry, I think of honor. And that word kind of combines what all of you have said. As a soldier, you are obliged to follow orders. Inevitably, to destroy and kill. No, and kill. Yeah, actually, or is not too bad. But anyway, but to kill unnecessarily, or to destroy unnecessarily is dishonorable. However, when you're killing, you are blind to morals, usually. Only a man, only a soldier with honor or chivalry is able to discern needful killing and needless. Needful and needless killing. And a chivalrous soldier will make that distinction. How do we spell that? There, thank you. Does that make sense? I used some difficult words there. Valerie, can you read my definition, please?
So, I added the word order here. As a soldier, you are obliged to follow orders, inevitably to destroy or to kill. But to kill unnecessarily or to destroy unnecessarily is dishonorable. However, when you are killing, you are blind to moral usually. Only a soldier with honor or chivalry is able to discern needful killing and needless killing. And a chivalrous soldier will make that distinction.
And do you understand what you read?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Do you agree?
It's like following the rules of being fair, I think.
Yeah.
It was that. Yeah, it was that in the book, I think.
That's a perfect, succinct way of saying it. Being fair. Being fair. And like Santa said, above the belt. Just to describe, in the sport of boxing, we have the rule, you cannot hit below the belt. And of course, for a man, below the belt would be his private area. And anybody knows probably if a man is kicked or hit in his private area, he becomes very weak. So in boxing, it is illegal to hit below the belt. And that's the idea of low blow. A low blow, blow means hit, a low hit. Hitting below the belt is illegal. It's not, it has no distinction or no chivalry in that. Okay. Does everybody understand all of this? Terrible but important stuff. Okay? Any questions? Any comments? Aruna, go ahead. Anything?
No questions.
Okay, good.
Yes, I want to say there's some. Yes, sorry interrupting. Yeah, I want to say there is a rule for war, and everybody should keep this rule. You know, be fighter, not be killer.
Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Be a fighter, not a killer. Everybody should keep that rule. That's right. Yep. Unfortunately, of course. Okay. So the book to me was really special. And at the end of the book, suddenly, at the beginning of the book, I was feeling a part of the action. I was like a friend of Charlie and Franz. I was in the battle. I was experiencing life the way they were. At the end of the book, suddenly it wasn't me. It became my grandfather. And that was very emotional for me. And obviously we all miss our grandfathers. If you have your grandfather, you're very lucky. There will be a day, unfortunately, when we will not have our grandfathers. So this book, being especially World War II, was very tied together with my grandfather. I loved the ending. So I'm curious. We'll start with Eva. What is your final impression after listening to the book? Did you cry?
The final one,
Did you cry?
no.
No!
Oh, about the book?
Yeah.
I thought that there is something with my voice now.
No.
Okay. So, not really cry, but sometimes it was very emotional
Yeah.
for me. And, you know, there is nobody in my family who was involved in any war. My parents were children, and they were in the territory where the war didn't touch.
So lucky.
And yes. But I saw a lot of films. I read a lot of books, and there was period I couldn't take any book. I couldn't see any film, any movie about the war, because it was so depressing that when I realized the time and how people lived at the time, so I couldn't stand it, yes. And now it's after several years I was able to read war book.
Yeah, that's great.
And so, and now, for example, there was news, I think it was yesterday, that a last pilot from the Second World War died, from former Czechoslovakia, died, and he was 101.
Wow.
So there are no more, you know, this generation, so there are only a few of them, and they are really old, and when people are so old, many of them are really different when they were in their young years, and it's very good that there are books and films which remain other people how it was at the time, and not to read it again or start it again.
Right.
So it's a kind of warning, but I'm not sure if people think like that. So, because everything around is about money, and war, money.
Yeah.
Okay, I went far from your question, but it's
No, that's a great answer. I mean, yeah, I mean, so I mean, it's a perfect answer, Eva, because once again, you started. Santa, can you copy and paste? You said it. No war in my family's history. Oh, absolutely. So you're going to have a very different feel for the story than me, and it's great. I loved it. You did a great answer. It was very good. Thank you. Valerie, what was your final impression?
When I was listening to the book, you know, at the beginning, in the middle, it was a bit tough for me, but I couldn't let it down after the second part of the book. I really get into the book and enjoy listening to it. there were some parts which were really difficult. For instance, when they were talking about the guy who was nearly entirely burned. I couldn't stand this part of the book, but hopefully he survived.
Right.
I was very impressed because those people are so young and they have to rely on each other all the time. They really felt responsible for their crew. It's like a family. They sometimes I had the feeling that I was listening to a father talking to his children. It was, yeah, and so some parts were really, really moving. I nearly cried, yeah. I had tears in my eyes. Yeah, the bond between them is very strong, and I can understand why, coming back from war, they don't want to talk to other people about it. I think we can't understand what they've been through unless if we have been through like them.
Yeah. Great stuff. I'm gonna copy this, give it to Santa. Yeah. Valerie, your family history, was anybody in war?
We didn't hear about the war. I know that my grandfather went to the war, but he didn't want to say a word to us, and he died with his secrets. We don't know what happened. My grandmother told me that he was not the same man after that.
Yeah.
But he would never talk about this time. And now I understand why.
Isn't it horrible?
I think, yeah, we just don't, we are not able to understand what they have been through. Just so bad and so tough.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, same thing with me. I wish I was in Korea when my grandpa opened up, and so I wished that I could have heard my grandpa, because he, just like your grandfather, would not talk about it, but he didn't take his secrets to the grave. He did open up a bit. Anyway, we have two enemies who went through the worst, experience for humans. Yeah, humans go through this all the time, but specifically two enemies who had a higher call. And somehow they were able to get together. Can you imagine such a meeting? Were you able to visualize when they got together? What was your favorite part of their meeting, specifically to Eva and Valerie? Do you have a specific thing that comes to mind when you think about the two men, Franz Stiegler and Charlie Brown, getting together? Maybe the first time, the second time, maybe the death. What sticks out in your mind?
I think it was, everything was in their eyes, and of course I loved when he just say "I love you." It was like a brother for him. It's very moving, and the tears in such great men. Yeah, it was just something unbelievable. But it's great that they could be together again and just know each other. They didn't know each other after that, before that, and yes, it's such. I think they needed that to just to die. One of them told that he had nightmares, and after this meeting, the nightmares just disappeared.
Yep.
So it's something very important for them.
Yeah, we call that closure. Closure is the key word. Santa, can you see the chat room? Can you copy those parts? I love it. Tears in such great men. So amazing. Great, great, great. I'm going to add to that before I do, though. Eva, would you like to add anything about the very end of the book?
I would say that it was very impressive describing of their meeting, and it was very lively, and I could imagine they're seeing each other for the first time, and so I thought that how would I behave, what would I do in in the special occasion at a time, and because you have sometimes situations in your life that you don't know how to behave.
Right.
But I think that it was very natural for them to meet, not to meet, but when after they wrote each to other, so
Right.
they knew more about each other, and when it came to their meeting, it was they are real friends.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just trying to type that out here. Okay, good. And I'm going to give this to Santa. Yeah, I'll add my point now too. Go ahead, Santa. With the having a closure, Santa, get rid of the word having closure, having closure. Yep. What both ladies said, I agree. The Franz, and I don't mean to give away too much of the book for Marwa, keep reading the book, but Franz, as we all know, lost his brother in the war, and 46 years later, or whatever it was, Charlie filled that hole. Charlie became Franz's second little brother. Yeah, really powerful stuff. Very nice stuff. And remember, these are enemies who shot at each other and tried to destroy each other. Very beautiful story. One thing that I also noticed about this book was, although the U.S. and Germany were complete enemies, we could add Japan to this too. Although they were absolute enemies, as soon as the war was over and the government of the governments, in this case with Japan, of the losing countries were disposed of, the people were able to grow together again. Obviously, the image of Nazis stayed around for a while, but it wasn't, it ended within a decade. It was much better for lots of those people. And they were able to eventually become successful men and have successful families. And life goes on. then these enemies meet 50 years later, and we realize, thanks to Franz, I think it was 8 or 9 Americans were able to have families and have children and grandchildren. If Franz had been not so chivalrous, we would have lost a few generations. So we should think the next time we are pro-war, how many positive generations we are destroying, and do we want to do that? It's a book that is a beautiful story, but it also makes you think a lot about a lot of different things. Anyway, I loved it. I was really very pleased. It's the longest book we've chosen for our book club. Generally, I like to stay within 3 to 4, 5, 6 hours. This was much longer. And what do you think, especially to Valerie and Eva? Is it okay? Should we continue doing longer books, or do you think shorter books are better? Eva?
It depends on the book. So I think
like Bridges of Madison County would be fine, but
yes, I think that we should have different kinds of book, because not everyone likes, especially one kind. Yes, and as for me, we read several books I wouldn't have taken in my hand before.
Yep.
Yes, and I'm quite happy, but there are some I was struggling with, and I really didn't like, but okay, I wanted to have an opinion on it. I wanted to join the club. That's why I forced myself to work on this book. Yes, it's also okay, but when it's all the time, you have to.
Right.
So
it's
it's
too
not
much work.
the pleasure. You can, you want, yes, you are pleased with that. So, so I think that we should have different kinds of books.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. And Lita says for podcast, shorter is better. I agree. Hussam agrees with that too. I think what I will. Good.
But they might be they may be short and shorter, but different content.
True. Different styles of books.
Yes.
Yes. I think that's the key. What I probably will do next year, let's say I do 4 books. I'll probably do 3 short books and maybe 1 long book. Does that sound kind of fair? Does that sound okay? Go ahead, Marwa.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when I love to read emotional book like this story.
Yeah.
But I get very stressed and very emotional, so I think we can next time read a lighter one.
You're right. I agree. Yeah, Marwa, keep enjoying this book. You will definitely probably cry. It's a very nice story.
I know myself. I will do it definitely.
Good. Very good. Lita says, stay away from controversial themes like war. Yeah, we have to be careful with some of the themes too. You know, we've got people from all over the world with all different ideas. So I will definitely be careful regarding that. Politics, religion, and war, and the Great Pumpkin. Those are things I will try to avoid.
What about the Great Pumpkin?
That's a joke. Only DD students know about that joke.
Okay. Do you know, Coach Shane, I want to tell you something. Nowadays, $1 is equal 20 Egyptian pounds.
Wow,
You know,
you're
when I
rich.
joined you, it may the half. Now it is the double price.
I hate
Double,
Donald Trump.
in double price, I said, not Donald Trump.
No, I know. No, it's getting worse. I have a feeling that
Mm-hmm.
probably by March or April, I'm guessing the value of the dollar will change a lot. If it doesn't, I'll have to do something to help make my classes and things like that a little bit more affordable. But
I don't think it is. It depends on the dollar price. It depends on our economy, our horrible economy.
oh no, is Egypt in bad shape?
You know, the salary is the same, and in 1 year, the price of dollar gets double
Oh,
because
boy.
our inflation, our
Yeah.
economy problems. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
Mm, yeah.
I hope
I can't pay anything online because the price gets very, very high.
it's
Yeah.
no, actually it's funny. Other students say things very similar to what you're saying too.
Really? Where?
Well,
Where in the world?
in some countries, it's difficult, but I love it. No. Yeah, I've been watching the dollar value, and it makes me nervous too. I see the dollar going in the opposite direction of what you guys want, so I'm monitoring the situation, and if I need to make an adjustment in the future, I will. I'm willing to do that, but I'm watching it. Any other comments or questions about the book club? It's been wonderful. I enjoy the hangouts. It takes a lot of time, but I do enjoy it. And I especially enjoy hearing your opinions and your ideas, your interpretations. I always, when I read a book, you know, the way I read a book, it's simple. This is the way you read it. But after listening to you guys, I realize there are many different ways to read a book, to read a story, to enjoy a story. And that's what helps me a lot. So I promise in the future, when I do books in the book club on the podcast, I will give you time to read and give you time. I'll give you a question and I'll give you a chance to respond. I would appreciate an email response, and I'll choose some of those responses in the following podcast. So you will be participating. It won't be live, but that's what we will do going into 2017. Okay? Yes. That was way too fast. Yes, Valerie.
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone, Santa and you in particular, and it gave me the opportunity to read some books I would never have read, and really I enjoyed this time together too.
That's so great.
Thank you.
Thank you, absolutely. Thank you. Thanks you for your great participation, and Eva too, and Marwa, especially the three of you. Always active in the book and the reading itself. Lita, I don't know why he comes. No, I'm just teasing. Aruna and Hussam, Yenir, I'm guessing, are probably new, but don't worry, we will continue the book club in podcast form, and I will tell you the next book. I think I can tell you right now. Let me just make a verification. Hold on a second.
Hi.
How do you
I
pronounce your name?
My name is Joenil. I'm from Venezuela, and I want to apologize because I come in very late, but I could understand something.
One more time, Jenny.
Well, I could understand something.
Oh, good. That's good.
Because I arrived late.
That's okay. That's okay. And this is actually our last hangout, but in January we will start a new book, and you will have a much easier time following because you can join from the beginning.
Okay. I knew here.
The next book, everybody, is this. I'm going to give this to Santa. Hold on a second. No, I'm going to take the screen from Santa. How do I do this? I forgot how to do it. Yes. And screen share. There you go. I just said I'm not going to do something religiously. Hold on, maybe I should change. Just a second. This is a funny book, but maybe I should do this one. Yeah, I think I'll do this one. Oh no, it's 15 hours. So I understand I have people who are not religious, and I have people who are religious. Do you mind if we do this book? It's actually a funny book. It's somewhat serious, but I'm familiar with the book. It's actually an interesting book. I don't want people to be uncomfortable with religious stuff. So if you say no, no problem. But if it's okay, Santa, it's okay. That's fine. Then I won't do that. Okay, good. I just wanted to get a couple people. So I'm gonna keep looking. AJ Jacobs is a funny guy. He has a book, but this is 14 hours. That's 15 hours. That's too long. No, we're not gonna do that. Send in your recommendations. Send them to Santa, and I will decide before Christmas. Before Christmas, I will decide on the next book. You guys will help me make the decision, and send an email to Santa, and I will choose, and we will send what the decision is to you before Christmas, okay? Very good. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a Merry Christmas or a Happy New Year, a Happy Russian Christmas, happy whatever it is to you, happy.
A little question, how we can join the book club again?
So the book club hangout is over. We're not going to do that, for a while. I don't know for how long, but for a while, we're not going to do that. What's going to happen and Santa, can you write this stuff down? In 2017, I will start the LME podcast again, right away in the beginning of the year. And part of that podcast will be devoted to the book club. So in the very first podcast of next year, I will just say, all right, everybody, we have a book club, and this book that we're going to study is, I'll give you the title, and I'll also give you a question that I want you to answer. So it'll give you a week to get the book and listen to the first part, and then answer the question. And what you do is you send in your answer. You email your answer to me, and then I will look at everybody's answers, and I will present them in the following podcast. Does that make sense?
Okay, and the podcast through your website?
Yeah, so you can get the podcast by subscribing on iTunes. You can get the podcast on our website, just go to Santa, what is it? LME Radio? I think it's letsmasterenglish.com/radio. I'm going to try it. Hold on a second. Yes, so www.letsmasterenglish.com/radio. Yeah, and if you go to that www.com or letsmasterenglish.com/radio, you'll see at the top there is, on the right side, I'm going to show you my screen. I'm going to take the screen. So if you go to the web page, you see Let's Master English LME Radio, and scroll down, you go down, and then you'll see we've got two podcasts. One is called Let's Master English Podcast, and then Daily Easy English Expression Podcast. So I'll be using this one. The last one I did was November 4th, 2015. That's so horrible. But next year, 2017, we're going to start again. So we're going to be very active. And next year, I will produce at least 40 LME podcasts, and they'll all be here. So you can go here or iTunes and just look up Let's Master English, and you can get it on iTunes too. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Everybody says okay. Okay. That's it. Thank you so much, guys. I sincerely appreciate your participation. If there's any other questions, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm out of here.
Short one.
Yes.
Oh, I don't have. Okay, right. I wait. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Why you said in April or in March the value of the dollar will go down? How do you know that?
Just my guess. I think the U.S. government policies might affect the dollar. Just my guess. Just my guess. The United States has too much debt, and I think eventually we're going to have a problem.
Yeah, but I follow Trump on Facebook, and I see a lot of activity when he's trying to avoid that, not get into bigger trouble.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, if he, it's politics stuff, and I just worry that we'll have a trade wars, not necessarily wars, but trade problems with big countries like China. You would be shocked at everything in America is made in China. No joke. Everything in America is made in China. So if Trump really does change trade policies with China, that will affect the dollar a lot. But that's going to take some time. But if he starts talking about it, in January, February, I would suspect the value of the dollar to be nervous. So we'll have to see. Who knows? I am not an economist, but I'm guessing eventually the dollar is going to drop. Just a guess. I'm crazy because a typical American wants a strong dollar, but for me, all my students live overseas. I want a weak dollar.
Hey, you can get very happy if you see, not so happy actually, if you write $1 to EGP.
I think so.
You will get very proud of your dollar.
True, very true. All right, guys. Eva, did you have a comment?
Yes, but not about dollar. I wanted to thank you for the job you did with us. And I had a really very nice time with book club. I'm happy I came across with the book club, and I think it enriched my life. And I don't know you personally, you and all other members of the club, but I think that we are really friends. We are on the same tune, and I'm happy. And I want to wish all of you very successful next year, and also Coach Anne, happy birthday to you.
Oh, Eva, thank you so much. That's such a nice thing to hear and nice thing to say. Yeah, me too. It's been enriching for me, and I agree. You guys are, I'm not joking. When I say you guys are like family, I do mean that. Close friends, family. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you so much, Eva. Happy New Year. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you're, we don't have anybody in Russia, so forget the Russian stuff. Anything else? I hope that you have a great one. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Thank you, Santa. It's been a very excellent time. Your work, Santa, has been excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Santa.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. I hope all of you have a good Merry Christmas.
Yes. Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.